I'm Auntie Lisa, the cool aunt, the non-judgmental aunt, the one you can go to for just about anything. Come on, let's find out what life lesson I have for you today. It's Auntie Lisa's Life Lessons. Hi, welcome my family, my nieces and my nephews. It's good to be with you here today, and the subject of today's podcast is simple pleasures, and I want to thank everybody who's reached out to me through the Facebook page, facebook.com/Auntie Lisa's Life Lessons, and also via my Gmail account, which is Auntie Lisa's Life Lessons @gmail.com. So we're going to go over some simple pleasures. What are the simplest pleasures in life? And let me tell you, life does not have to be expensive to be worth living. I mean, yes, there is something to be said about an extremely decadent $20 dessert at a fancy restaurant. There is something to be said for that. But sometimes the simplest pleasure of a single dark chocolate nugget cannot be beat. So that's why we wanted to do simple pleasures today. And I want to thank everybody who wrote in. So we're going to go through the listener comments first. And Mike Key from Neenah, Wisconsin said that his simple pleasure is dogs. Plain and simple dogs. And I know Mike, he has 4 dogs, I want to say, and I'm totally getting where he's at. Let me tell you, there's nothing like it, is there? When you come home from working all day and your dog acts like that you walking through the door is the best thing in the world, man. They've been waiting all day to see your face and they are so happy. Or when they're just playing with their toys, and they are so happy in the innocence in a dog's face when it's playing or when it's doing something it enjoys, whether it's just chewing on a bone, chasing a stick, eating food, or laying on the couch taking up space. There's something to be said about a dog. And my current friend dog is named Winston. Now my dog Brindy, she's down in Louisiana. I miss her. She'll join me as soon as I can get Dave, Denver, my husband and son, and all my animals to move up here with me. But my current friend dog is Winston, and I absolutely adore when he joins me. So yes, dogs are a simple pleasure in life. Steve Aldrich, who I've known for years, says that, quote, when I was younger, it was going to sleep with the attic fan on, pulling cool air in through the open window, and having a plastic Vermont-made syrup bottle filled with water by my bed in case I got thirsty during the night. Isn't that a great memory? It really is. And that I can see how that would be a simple pleasure. Of cool air coming in and a cool drink of water when you're thirsty. Cindy Kaufman of Eden, Wisconsin. I love Cindy. Worked with her at Ripon Medical Center. She says, taking the time to snuggle with the grandbabies. Even though I have a million things I want to get done, I know my time with them is precious, so everything else can wait. And let the snuggles begin. Simple pleasures, people. Take the time to enjoy them. That's the best advice that Auntie Lisa is going to give you today. Jeannie Landry, she says, I love being up early every morning. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to clear my throat in your ear. She says, I love being up early in the morning while the rest of my family is still asleep. She sits out on the back deck, drink my coffee, listen to the birds, and just be. Janine, where do you live? You live in Enfield, New Hampshire. That's got to be awesome. On the East Coast, New Hampshire is beautiful. And I can just see there, sitting out there, listening to the birds, drinking your coffee. Oh, what an glorious morning that has to be. And then Michaela Petrus, who is one of Auntie Lisa's Life Lessons favorite listeners because she's been involved from day one. I love her. She says, one of my simple pleasures is listening to my kids laugh and play together, especially outside. It's so amazing, especially since they don't always get along, being ages 12, 8, and 4, walking around our zoo, enjoying the day, or in our yard. Simple pleasures. Love it. So what are the other simple pleasures that we can list off that are things that don't cost a whole lot of money? The simple, inexpensive pleasures in life that you should enjoy and just remember. Well, as I mentioned, chocolate is always going to be on the top of mind. An ice cold Diet Coke. Which brings to mind that it's time for me to take a sip. Every Auntie Lisa's Life Lesson, we've got to partake of the nectar of the gods. One of these days, my dream will come true, and the Coca-Cola Company will sponsor me. That would be more than a simple pleasure. Okay. Another simple pleasure. And this is what got me the idea to do this podcast. I was craving a Taco Bell bean burrito. Not a fancy schmancy thing. It's just a tortilla, the beans, a little sauce, and some onions and cheese. Most simple thing they have on their menu. But I love a Taco Bell bean burrito. It is a simple pleasure. What else? Watching a dog or a cat play. I've mentioned that. The smell of fresh laundry. Oh, y'all. Now, I can understand being sensitive to scents and dyes and having to use the unscented laundry detergent. But Auntie Lisa can't play that. I've got to have some scent. And I've recently started using, fabric softener and the scent boosters and all that stuff because there's nothing I love more than the smell of fresh laundry. And let me tell you, yeah, I love when it sticks around. That is a simple pleasure. Going to the movies by myself. I love it because if I want a snack, I can get a snack and nobody else is bothering me to pay for snacks for them, Denver. So that's a simple pleasure. I don't have to negotiate. Do we want to see an action movie? Do we want to see a romantic comedy? I'm going to see the movie I want to see. And I also don't have to worry about somebody next to me talking because I'm by myself. So I love it. The feeling of the satisfaction you get from a job well done, always going to be right up there. That's one of the pleasures of life. Laughter, especially with your best friend who makes you laugh so hard you pee your pants. Great simple pleasure. Making a meal and seeing people really enjoy eating it. I mean, when they roll their eyes back in the back of their head because they love what you've done, that's one of those things that makes me just quiet evenings in front of a fire in the backyard, just chillaxing. Or if it's not in the backyard during spring, summer, or fall, quiet evenings in front of a fireplace here in Wisconsin. Simple pleasures. Fall leaves. Autumn leaves, the crunch, the smell, the crinkle. Nothing like it. And, of course, I've mentioned it before, and I think it bears to be mentioned again, chocolate. Oh, another simple pleasure, watching a cooking show. It may seem like mindless entertainment, but it takes me out of the moment that I'm in now and puts me somewhere else. It's a simple pleasure. So, those are some simple pleasures I thought I'd share with you. Life doesn't have to be expensive. Just remember, sometimes the best things in life can be gotten for $25 or less. Like ice cold Coke, Diet Coke in my case. watching your kids play, watching the dogs play, just sitting outside with your friends. Laughter is always free. Small piece of chocolate. Bread pudding. Ooh. Now, Auntie Lisa has got a very broad, as my grandfather used to say, I'm broad in the beam. It takes a lot of bread pudding, chocolate, and other stuff to keep this beam this broad. And I'm thinking about a lot of sweets right now. I don't know why. But those are the simple pleasures. Dessert is wonderful in moderation, y'all. What else? Food in general can be a simple pleasure. I tell you what is not a simple pleasure. House hunting. Started house hunting this weekend. Because some of y'all know, if you started listening to Auntie Lisa's life lessons from the beginning, you know that I moved from Louisiana to Wisconsin, taking a leap of faith, and I'm staying with my best friend. Well, it's time now to start looking for a house so that I can move my husband and my son up here with me. And we started house hunting this weekend in earnest. And I went to an open house this weekend that scared me. Simple pleasure. A clean house. Such a simple pleasure. Oh, you know how I mentioned fresh laundry? The smell of a fresh, clean house is wonderful, too. The smell of freshly baked cookies. None of which was in this open house that I went to. I felt so bad for the guy, the real estate guy. Because, you walk in the house, and there were cobwebs all over. There was cat upchuck, and the cat boxes hadn't been cleaned, and it was, and I'm trying to see the house through the mess. And you'd think to yourself, if you're going to have an open house, you would want to clean the house the day before, wouldn't you? Yeah, Auntie Lisa's life lesson supplemental today. Clean your dang house. So that's it today before I get off on another tangent. Y'all know I love you. School starts for me this week. So I have got 3 classes that I am taking this semester in college. Business law, management, and marketing, SEO, and digital marketing. That should be interesting on top of my full-time job and looking at getting a second job on top of that, all because I need to find a house. Auntie Lisa's going to be busy, but she loves her family, and her family is what makes her happy. So, until next week, when I open my arms and welcome you into them with a warm, warm hug, y'all have a great one. Our mantra, be bold, be brave, be unstoppable. Oh, I got my wonderful Be Bold, Be Brave, Be Unstoppable water bottle from the shop I have. Look for the link with it on our Facebook page, okay? Until next week, y'all have a great one, and I love you.